Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alright guys, welcome back with me Arif Al Muhajir in my video. In this occasion, I will show to you and invite you guys to make a topology by application Cisco Packet Tracer. And this task in this video is a task by Mr. Dedy as a director of Polytechnic IDN. In the conclude of task of this video is a make a topology routing RIP, OSVP, BGP, etc. And we will learn it one by one. And this video we will learn and study in the RIP of topology routing, right? In the topology of RIP, by the topology routing, we need three of router, and router we have used routing version 2811, right? We use three router, and then material we need is a switch with the three switch, the version of 2960. We need three switch, and then material we need is a end device. Device is a PC or computer. We use the PC, and we need 6 of the end device, which in the edge of switch we take two end device or two PC. The next of step, we connecting from router to switch, and then from switch to we connecting to end device. Topology 2 same, from router to switch, and from switch to end device. And then same, the topology 3 from router to switch, from switch to end device, right? And then after that we still cannot use this cable in the router, because we before not yet setting in the router by setting take the modulus. We cannot use this cable or this serial cable. We will try it. If I am cannot, can you believe it? if we try it together, no, cannot, the cable cannot be connected to that port. Yes, because what? Because we not yet setting the router and the what we can uh, what we can connecting with the cable serial. The step by step if is one, we zoom in, uh, I'm sorry, we do in the physical of the router setting, and we zoom in the physical device view, and we just turn off of the router, and then we choose the modulus with the version WIC2T, right? This, and tag there, and then we just turn on the router. The step same in the router too. We go to the physical and we just zoom in and turn off, and then we choose the modulus with the version WIC2T, then take there, then turn on with the same of the setting up, zoom in, turn off, tag there, turn on. Okay, and then we we try what our setting done or mistake or complete or no, right? We can take the cable connection to the router if from last is cannot to take the cable of serial there, we just try it, serial 0/3/0, right? Then take in the cable serial 0/3/0 in the uh, router 2, and then router 2 serial 0/3/1 in the router 3, with the same cable serial, the same cable of serial 0/3/1, right? The uh, conclude of concluded is what we setting is complete in the setting of router, just we do it in the past. All right, and then we the next step to be complete the configuration rip by the setting or configuration in the router, we turn on, we setting in the router 1, 2, and 3, right? We click no, and then enter in the global setting, and then we setting host name router 1, and then we just turn on the router by this config interface if fast ethernet 0/0. I'm so sorry. Interface fast ethernet 0/0, no shutdown. Right. The step in the router 2, same, enable configure terminal hostname router 2 interface fast ethernet 0/0, no shutdown. Right. The same in the router 3 setting, config no, enable configure terminal hostname. We setting the hostname edge router 3 interface fast ethernet /0, no shutdown. Right. And then we setting configuration IP in the laptop. We take IP configuration in the edge and device or edge PC or laptop. Right. We just take the IP address from the end device 10 10 10 2. Why 2? If we have a ask and question, why 2? Where 1? The number begin for 1. Why left 2? The answer is the IP 10.10.10.1 if have by the router, the default gateway by router. In the router, if must be 1, 10 10 10 and then 1, and then next 1 2 2 2 and device edge and device will be next after 1 1 if have by the router, the default of gateway in the router. Right. And the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and then this is the default gateway 10 10 10 1. I'm so sorry, mistake. 10 10 10 10 1. Right. This is IP can only one is have by router, default gateway. The function of gateway is a connecting the one topology to topology else. Right. And then we setting in the end device 2 in the same of topology. All right. 10 10 10 3. Why 2 3? Because 2 have already made by end device 1, and then subnet mask is 255 right? Then default gateway is a 10 10 10. Same the gateway in the end device 1, because this is same topology with the end device 10 10 10 1, right? And then we configuration in the IP address of topology 2 with the end device address 2000 2002, because one if have by the router the default gateway in the router if 1, and then subnet mask if subnet mask is a same 255 255 255 right? And then default gateway in the topology is 20 20 21, right? One, I'm repeat again, is if is only by the router default gateway. Then IP address in device 2, in the topology 2, 20 20 20 22. I'm so sorry, 2 is in device 1 in the topology 2, then 20 20 23, right? With the subnet mask is the same 255 255 2550. Then the default gateway is 20 20 21, right? And then we next in to the end device 1 in the configuration 3 with the IP 13 13 13 2, subnet mask 255 255 2550. The gateway, the rumus is same 13 13 13 and then 1, default gateway. Device 3 and device 2 is IP address 13 13 13 3 255 255 255 0, and then gateway is at 13 13 13 1. All right, and then the next step is a configuration in the router by we enter the config and then click the enter and fast ethernet 0/0, and then we put the IP configuration IP version 4 address, and then we tag 10 10 10 1, because this is IP default gateway. And then 255 255 255 0, right? And then we go to the cable of serial 0/3/0 we put the IP address 12, 1. The subnet mask is the same 255.255.255.0, right? And then we go to the setting config router 2, right? The same, we go to the config and then the fast ethernet 0/0, and then we tag the IP address, version 4 address 20.20.21, because this is the default gateway. The subnet mask 255.255.255.0, right? And then we in the enter in the setting of configuration in the router 2, I'm sorry, in the router 3, the fast ethernet 0/0, and then this is 13.13.13.1, because this is the gateway. And then subnet mask 255.255.255.0, alright. And then serial cable serial we setting in IP 30.13.13.2, because one by the router setting router in configuration in the router 2 of config 255.255.0, right? We check again in the setting router 2. So sorry, but I forgot the serial setting. Not yet, we just setting in IP this fast cable serial of 0/3/0 to the router 1 and 0/3/1 to the router 3. But then this is the IP 2. Subnet mask 255.255.255. Oh, I'm sorry, 0. Some more. Serial 0/3/0, right? Then 13 1. Subnet mask the same. All of subnet mask is the same 255.255.255.0, right? Then we forward it. We check ping of config in the configuration of command prompt in the end device 1, in the router 1, in the topology 1. We just config IP ping the router 1. Router 1 IP address is 10 10 10 10 1. Reply. This is tell us about this configuration is complete, right? And we ping again with the end device 2 in the router 1. 10 10 ping 10 10 10 then 3. IP and device 2 is 3. Reply. This is tell us about the configuration is complete, alright? And then we the rip in this location is empty. Tell us about the configuration RIP in the router not yet complete. And then we just config the edge of router 1, 2, and 3, right? We just config in if we enter the configuration of RIP in the router. Step 1, we config router RIP, right? And then version 2 network 10 10 10 0, and then network 12 12 12 0, and then no auto summary, and then shutdown. This the config of shutdown only we take the what the router 1, right? No, the router 2 and 3 the config is shutdown. And then we next the config router 2 is the same config but the different IP network. Okay, we just config router RIP, and then version 2 network. I'm so sorry, I less say IP, but if the truth is the different network, all right? The network is 12 12 12 12 0, and network is 0, and the network is 20 20 20 0, right? And then no auto summary, then we in the config setting config in CLI router 3 enable configuration terminal, and then we just take in their config with the same config but the different network router RIP version 2 network 13 13 13 0, and network 0, no auto summary, complete. This is the last of our setting in the configuration of topology RIP in the router. Case the RIP is if this there. Tell us about the RIP configuration RIP if is complete. This and this. Right, guys. Maybe until this what I can explain to you about the configuration of RIP in the setting of router. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.